last portion of this chat, we wanted to shift over to you. You want to talk about your career and any advice you have. So at REINS, we value the importance of mentorship. Could you tell us a little bit about any mentors that you had or what you feel it takes to be a good mentor to somebody?
Seth, no, thank you. As we were chatting before the conversation, you and I happen to be from the same town in India, so go figure that. When Governor Scott, who was the governor before Governor DeSantis, appointed me as a secretary, and I used to tell people is that, this thing only happens in America, right? My dad was a civil engineer. That's how I became a civil engineer. He worked in public sector most of his career in India. And, back then it was not an easy way up. It's not what you know, it's who you know got you up, right? I'm not a political guy. I started in DOT as entry-level engineer in 1991. Actually, February 1st would make it 30 years of my career. And, you work your way up. Had opportunity to work with some great bosses, right? Who kind of help you, and I tell people that you got to look at that. You got to work for somebody who wants you to be, everybody wants you to be successful, but wants to give you a little bit of free reign on things you want to learn. I had bosses who said, hey, you want to learn something, have at it, right? They were open and allowing me to get engaged in a lot of things and learning, right? I can't thank them enough about what they help, just help you put yourself in position so that you're successful, right? And gradually kind of help you with that. Obviously the crowning achievement was, when Governor Scott picked me as a Secretary of Transportation. That's what's a great part. I know we're going through a time in our country where we're having a lot of philosophical conversation about where we head. But I think people, I used to tell people is the people, folks that you think you got it bad in this country, just go visit India for a few weeks and you'll come back and figure out what you got, right? So sometimes I think Americans have been spoiled because they don't appreciate what they have, right? And the only way you would do that is you need to go experience. I'm not saying India has done a lot better since I've left. They're obviously doing a lot of things better, but it's still nowhere near, where, industrialized or, America is. So, and then the other thing I tell people is like, you're from India and you said you went to Kuwait and you came here. When in Rome, be a Roman, right? What I did in my first job out of college, it was in Lake City, Florida. If you know where Lake City is, look it up. It's not one of the biggest metropolis. Very few Indians there, right? You just got to blend in, right? You just got to blend in and with people, build relationships, right? And I think, you're always comfortable with people that look like you and talk like you and eat like you, right? But you've got to, if this is what your home is going to be, you need to be part of the society. Don't talk cricket. Learn about football, right? You talk about cricket in Lake City, they talk it's like a bug, right? It's not a sport, right? So I think it's just that I think you got to figure out the people that you're working in, the environment that you're in, and try to see how you blend in, right? That doesn't mean you give up on what your core values and culture it is, but it is that, I think people of color, people of different race and religion, you've got to make that extra effort to kind of bridge the gap, right? And generally, Americans are very, I think, we're just in awe about the Amanda Gorman's poetry that she said yesterday. It's just like, give that arm, right? And Americans generally are very welcoming, so I think my advice to people always is just, know your surroundings, blend in, be, do your part, try be about the best as you can be among themselves. And I had a great opportunity of doing that. and just working with that. And I think, and this is, I go back again, this is the only country where if you work hard and do the right things, then you will be rewarded. You know, as you know, President Trump had many Indians in his administration. I think President Biden has got a whole lot more Indians in his administration. You know, and it's not because they're Indians; it's because they are, you know, they've excelled at their craft, and they're recognizing that craft. So it's a great place to be. I think it's what you make out to your goal is. I think this still is a system and a society that rewards good, qualified, you know, hardworking people, right?